So just thought I'd do a little video here. I'm going to go over a few things on the YouTube channel. We're starting to get a lot of feedback and some followers, subscribers, and they've been asking a lot of questions. So I'm going to try to answer some of those. I've answered a little bit on the line there and stuff, but kind of go over a few things. Last race from Indy. We got fortunate enough, we won it. Drove pretty good, car run pretty good. Had it, ran clutch. They got us straightened up. We was really struggling in the clutch can. That's been some of my problem, where I've been very inconsistent this year. With all the new updates we did to the motor. Motor's making plenty of power. We still haven't used all the power the motor has. We're getting close. We're sneaking up on it. Bully and Danny's been great help crewing for me this year. The help they gave and stuff has been phenomenal. But we're sneaking up in it. We got a few more things to work on. We're sneaking up on the clutch. Working on the motor a little bit. We still got some things we can do to the motor, help it out, but we're sneaking up on it slowly. But we got some consistency back to us, which that's really what you got to have, consistency. You don't always have to be the fastest to win. You got to be able to drive good, stay consistent on your driving, make sure the car puts down the numbers it needs to consistently. And it did that pretty well at Indy. Indy's a tough track to run on with the heat. It gets a little slick, but they had it pretty good shape this year. Wagner Motorsports there. But the old girl, she did pretty good. We kept 60 foots pretty consistent. It ran pretty good. Had to clutch off just a tad, but we watched some of the videos and watched some of the in-cars, and then like I said, Pat at Ram and stuff kind of helped us out. And Boy, Danny and I talked about it, and we kind of went over a few things. So I'm getting ready to change some of those things on the clutch, just clutch a little bit, get it a little bit better. Had to do some work on the front brakes. We're getting more out on it, and the rotors, so we put new front brakes and rotors. Got some things I want to do to the rear end. I think it's going to help us out. But I don't want to start changing too many things. Like I said, I want to keep it consistent, keep it more consistent, and that way we can try to go as many rounds as we can. These last 5 races are going to be crucial. We've had a few bad races, so we want to make sure we keep in the hunt for the chase to try to win this BGAS championship again. I feel pretty confident with what's left in the year and the things we're trying to figure out now. We were ain't gonna lie, we were struggling pretty hard there. It was beating on us pretty good, but we didn't give up on it, and we kept working at it and getting after it. But the old girl, she's definitely doing good. I can't thank my sponsors enough. Jegs Automotive, great sponsor. One Way Technology, best heads on the market, best company, best people you can deal with. Jeff and Chris, just phenomenal in the whole One Way family. And I was very fortunate to win that race, Sam Memorial there this year for our race, and dedicate it to the family. That was a dream come true for me to be able to do that. But they're just great people to work with, great company. Anybody needs any heads, they are the best place by far for heads. Great company. Scott Rods, Scott Lever, great person to work with. Sand Tough Shocks, Chris, great person to work with. And like I said just now, started doing with Ram clutches, talking to Pat a little bit. Great, jumped in right in to help me. Can't give him enough credit for that, to get me going for the race. But just like I said, we got some updates we're doing on the car. We're just changing a few things, sneaking back up on it where we had changed so much, kind of got us out in left field. Now we're starting to be able to creep back up on it. Some of the things we thought was wrong really was the problem. We kind of narrowed it down. And like I said, we had a couple bad races there, but it didn't. Weirdest thing, thought the line lock was going out. It rolled the lights twice. We thought the line lock was going out of it, and it ended up being, when I switched over to the G-Force transmission, put a new T-handle on it, and the T-handle, the button in the T-handle was grounding out. And every once in a while it would just ground out and let go and let the pressure off of it. So we ended up putting a light inside the car, which you can see some of the in-car shots of it. It's got a light, and it tells me when it's on, and that's how we figured out it was grounding out, shutting itself off. So that cost us a couple rounds of racing for sure for those 2 races, and put us a little bit behind. But like I said, I feel pretty confident. Next 5 races we're going to do pretty decent. We're going to give it all we got, see what we can do. B-Gas is really, really tough this year. Got a lot of tough competitors, a lot of fast running cars. There are about 6, 7 cars you can throw a blanket over right now that could win the race at any time. And anybody can win any race, but it's really tough. But I just thought I'd answer a few questions there from people sending in on things on the YouTube channel. But just let me know if you got some questions. We're going to try to answer, be up front with everything. We're very competitive. We run really hard. When I come through the gate at the Sega race, when I roll through that gate, I'm there to win the race. Got a lot of good friends, got a lot of good family, but when I roll through that gate, I'm there to win. I ain't gonna lie about it. That's what we come there for. We do a lot of traveling. We're one of the people that travel probably some of the farthest this year now. You know, Tex used to travel the most, but there are 2 or 3 other people, but we do most of the races 8, 9 hours for us. So we do a lot of traveling, but when I roll through that gate, I'm showing up to win, and that's what we're after. I mean, we like to get after it. So we're getting back in form. We're going to give all these guys and girls, we're going to give them a fight for the rest of the 5 races. So we got some really good runners. It's going to be tough, but we found behind the 8 ball a little bit, but we're gonna dig ourselves back out of this hole and see where we can end up. But appreciate all the support. Subscribe, hit the like button. Really appreciate everybody that's jumping on board on the YouTube channel. We're going to start posting a little bit more, a little more behind the scenes. Next race, we're going to do some more. Got some more cameras, angles and stuff we're going to do. It's going to get really kind of cool and neat. Going to have a little bit of stuff going on with the A-Gas car. Going to be talking about it a little bit. And like I said, then you got the no prep car we're going to be working on, but the gasser is the #1 thing. But we're going to have some different content and kind of see what we're going to do, and don't never know what I'm going to get into. So we appreciate all the support, and that's a little bit of a checkup on the Greenhorn Hillbilly. So here's the inside of the Greenhorn Hillbilly. Still got the steel dash, steel floor, steel firewall. It is chromoly cage. Pat and Annie Cronenbetter did all the cage. Did have a different cage in it, but cut 90% of it out. They went back in and redid all the cage and the underneath. But this is my office on race days for Southeast Gassers. Beach Bum Jim did all the seats, covers for it. Give him and Sue a big shout out there. But that's kind of the inside of the Greenhorn Hillbilly. Pretty plain, simple. Don't have no shift lights, no nothing this year. Queen took all that away from us. That's where the shift light used to be. There's the plug-in for it. But just plain, simple. Nothing to it. Don't even run a data logger on this car. Never had one on it. Haven't run one on it. Believe it's old school, so we're going old school. It's what it's about, 1967. There's been no computer plugged into this car at all. It's just all been tuning from us and the help from the companies. I'm sure we could make it faster if we put one on it. I ran them on all my super stock cars before, but I'm kind of just sticking to my guns and not running one. So beautiful paint job that Paul Vanderpool put on her. But you can see 9-inch Ford. Sand-Tuff shocks. Old coil springs, ladder barred. Get the big Pro Street brakes on it. That's some weight on it. I really probably should get off. But stainless steel headers. Mark at Performance Welding designed them. Pat Cronenbetter built them for me. Come out beautiful. Watson Rupel, Dave and Heath Watson. Watson Rupel, WRP engine. We're making plenty of smoke. Just got to figure out how to get it all on track, but we're working on that. PRC carburetors. Steve Taylor. Scott's Rods fiberglass front end. Jegs Automotive, great sponsor. Like I said, WRP, Watson Rupel for the motor. Paul, gotta love Paul's designs, man. He's just phenomenal. Very honored to carry the York and Schlegel name on the car. Keep that legacy going. Very proud to have that #1 on there, hard earned. Want to try to keep it. Lettering on the back of it. My dad ran that on all of his cars, so that was kind of a tribute to my dad too, plus the name the Greenhorn Hillbilly, Fujimo. And my good old buddy Rod, come up with all out of bubble gum, so we had that put on there. Then John Cribbs, my father-in-law that passed away, a little dedication to him. Of course, the dirt man Rick Varner. Got the 2020 Sega B-Gas World Champion on there. My lovely wife, she does so much. People doesn't realize she's not just a wife to me. She's a die-hard racer. She can dial a race car and tell you things about a race car that most men can't tell you about. She's been racing with me since I was 17 years old, and back when we ran super stock and my dad didn't run comp eliminator, she knows how to get into a computer and do quite a lot of things and dial cars and work the weather stations. We don't have no computer on this car, like I said, but she knows how to run all that stuff and tell you data. But little walk around. And of course, one of the most important things on my car. That's Joanne Schlegel. That's my tribute to her. Her and my father-in-law ride along with me all the time. Very important to me. Racing's all about family.
Are you ready to take the other one off?
Yeah. Here, you want to pack? Let me take this one off and you can pack it. I said, you can pack these wheel bearings. I'm going to take these off and you can pack this wheel bearing. I'm going to put the what's-called on it.
You got Loctite?
Yeah, I got Loctite to try.
I had a tube laying there, blue tube. Loctite's red. But you'll never do that. Probably never break them.
The old man taking the screws out.
Well, you ain't taking me a picture of me, are you?
Yep, you're on camera.
got to do is put her in my truck.
Huh?
All I got to do is put it in my truck. I'll take her over to Sam's.
I don't know why it's freaking.
Huh?
Have him check around there and make sure it ain't leaking around, because they put some stuff around this and make sure it ain't leaking around there. You know what I mean? But you wouldn't think it'd be. That would be. I don't know.
I don't know nothing about that.
I don't either. Have Sam look at it and see. He does such a good job.
Like and subscribe!